Welcome back to The Explainer. June 2026 is going down as a completely monumental shift. We are officially watching AI break out of its digital software sandbox and deploy directly into our actual physical reality. It's a massive transition, so let's just dive right into the data.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the agentic software era, move into how AI is transforming healthcare, explore the creative AI revolution, step into physical AI and robotics, and finally wrap up with global AI regulation.
All right, Section 1, the agentic software era. We are officially moving from basic chatbots to fully autonomous agents. 1 billion. Let that number sink in for a second. ChatGPT has just crossed 1 billion monthly active users, officially cementing it as the fastest adopted application in human history. And with 900 million active users every single week, it's pretty clear that AI is no longer just answering our trivia questions, right? It is autonomously doing highly complex work at an absolutely staggering scale.
Now, to keep these agents running at that massive scale, we're talking mind-boggling financial commitments. Meta is just blowing past all previous estimates, dropping over $50 billion on AI infrastructure this year alone. Meanwhile, Anthropic's laser focus on enterprise agents has driven their valuation up to a cool $380 billion. Make no mistake, the corporate world's biggest bets in history are happening right now.
Moving right along to Section 2. AI transforms healthcare. This is where we see the tech moving from theoretical hype to real, life-saving diagnosis. We have officially crossed the threshold into deployed clinical reality. 99%. That is the accuracy rate we're currently seeing with AI diagnostic systems detecting eye diseases, things like glaucoma and diabetic retinopathy, straight from retinal scans. It's allowing for immediate, incredibly precise intervention that is just vastly outperforming traditional methods.
And the impact doesn't stop at diagnostics, it's completely upending pharmaceuticals. By converging quantum computing with AI, we are seeing a total restructuring of drug development. The tech is accelerating molecular modeling, predicting incredibly complex interactions, and optimizing clinical trials. Basically, pipelines that used to take literal years are being compressed down into mere months. Life-saving therapeutics are reaching patients exponentially faster.
Okay, Section 3. The creative AI revolution, or, as I like to think of it, the absolute end of AI jank.
You guys remember 2024, right? The inconsistent characters, the unnatural jittery motion, the weird blurry text. Well, scratch that, it's entirely gone. Today, we have traded that jank for Midjourney V7.5, which gives us perfect character consistency, and Runway Gen 4, which delivers flawless, photorealistic physics. You can prompt for highly specific physical interactions, like water splashing against a rock, and the AI renders it with scientific, cinematic accuracy. It's wild.
Naturally, as this synthetic media becomes completely indistinguishable from human creation, the business models are finally playing catch-up. Udio is actually paving the way for commercial viability here by establishing historic royalty-sharing settlements with major music labels. This guarantees that human artists and rights holders actually get compensated when models learn from their work. It's a massive, massive legal precedent for the future of the entire creative industry.
So, having established absolute dominance in software, in diagnostics, and in art, we really have to ask the most pressing question of 2026. What exactly happens when we take these advanced artificial brains and give them physical bodies to navigate our space?
And that brings us perfectly into Section 4, Physical AI and Robotics, the dawn of our autonomous reality.
Forget about distant, clunky R&D prototypes. This week alone gave us active, large-scale deployments out in the wild. Tesla officially launched fully unintended robo-taxis in Austin. Figure 2 humanoids are out there actively working alongside humans on the BMW factory floor. Zoox just kicked off 24/7 commercial autonomous operations in San Francisco, and Amazon's Prime Air Mk30 drones are actively dodging real-world obstacles as we speak.
And here is the absolutely crucial takeaway. These milestones aren't powered by rigid old-school programming. They're driven by generative AI foundation models built specifically for physical space. We're talking about systems like Tesla's FSD V13 and NVIDIA's updated Isaac platform. These models allow robots to literally understand unstructured environments on the fly and generate strategies for objects they have never even seen before.
Finally, let's step back and look at Section 5. Global AI regulation. How governments are trying to ground this massive tech sprawl.
The regulatory clock is ticking extremely loudly right now. This August, the comprehensive EU AI Act becomes fully applicable, meaning member states have to establish regulatory sandboxes immediately. Fast forward just a bit to November, and strict FCC deepfake detection mandates are rolling out right in time for the US elections. Oh, and the Global AI Safety Summit is convening in Seoul. Governance is practically sprinting to catch up to the code.
Facing all this immense regulatory scrutiny, plus a pretty desperate need to build public trust, the major players are radically restructuring. OpenAI has officially completed its transition to a public benefit corporation, and Anthropic went a step further, securing long-term benefit corporation status to legally bind themselves to prioritize AI safety over short-term shareholder profits.
Let's wrap things up with this eye-opening stat from the Stanford AI Mid-Year Update. AI is now deeply integrated into 78% of Fortune 500 companies' core operations. That is up from just 45% a couple of years ago. AI's transition from a quirky digital experiment to a physical operational reality is completely absolute at this point, which really leaves us with one final critical thought to ponder. As these autonomous agents seamlessly integrate into our homes, our streets, and our workplaces, are you actively adapting your skills, or are you just waiting to be automated? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.